Shop amazing specials now while supplies last at Macy's Gifts You'll Love to Give sale. Like great deals on coats for him and her from Calvin Klein, Anne Klein, and more top designers. Just $100 and under. Save big on handbags and wallets, now 40% off. And create a cozy retreat at home with 70% off warm throws and flannel bedding from Martha Stewart Collection. Now through Thursday at Macy's. Plus, get $10 in Macy's money for every $50 spent. Up to $40 Macy's money.
All the last-minute gifts are on sale at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Get 60% off almost everything. Shop new doorbusters, including gifts from $7, socks from $2, tees from $8, and more. Find it all at Gap Factory or GapFactory.com through December 24th. Cozy up for the holidays with 60% off everything at Banana Republic Factory, including soft sweaters, comfy pajamas, must-have gifts, and more from $9.99. Find your nearest store now, only at Banana Republic Factory.
What's going on? What's going on? You are tuned into the Cigars with Mac podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Cigars with Mac, aka Big Mac, aka Iceberg Mac. Anyway, today I want to talk to everyone about, is it your job to make someone happy? Yeah. Is it your job to make someone else happy? I hear people say all the time, especially when they're in a relationship, I'm not happy anymore. She doesn't make me happy. He doesn't make me happy anymore. We all hear that. But the $1 million question is it your job to make someone happy? My humble opinion, it really is not your job. When you're married, or whether you're dating or not, you can do nice things for a person. You can make their favorite dinner. You can buy their favorite cologne, their favorite perfume. But happiness, I can give no one. It's not my job to do that anyway. It's not your job to do that. Anyway, before we get started with the podcast, let's get into all the preliminaries. Please don't forget to first and foremost follow me on YouTube at the Cigars with Mac podcast. Like, follow, and share. Also, follow me on Spotify. Don't forget to download, like, follow, and share. Follow me on iHeartRadio, iTunes. You know the spiel. Download, like, follow, and share. If you'd like to support the podcast financially, hit me up on Cash App at $Cigars with Mac. $Cigars with Mac. But before we get into the podcast, I want to first and foremost thank everyone for supporting me. Good friend of mine, actually two good friends of mine, told me I should get on YouTube also. So here I am. I wish there was some way I could put all my old podcasts on YouTube, but unfortunately it's a lot of work, so I don't feel like doing it. But if you want to hit me up. My email, info@cigarswithmacpod.com. info@cigarswithmacpod.com. And again, that's the spiel before we get into the podcast. But is it your job to make someone happy? No, it's not. So many people I've personally known have gotten divorced, have ended marriages, all because they say, I'm not happy. I'm not happy anymore. And usually that means, especially when you're in a marriage, it usually means you're out there creeping, or somebody else is giving you some attention. But I'll tell anybody, it's not your job to make someone happy. It's just not. Happiness is a choice. Every day you wake up, you got to tell yourself, I'm going to be happy. It's not anyone's job to make you happy, and it's not your job to make anyone else happy. And I know that's very cliche, excuse me, but I find that to be very true. It's not anyone's job to make you happy. A lot of times, the reason why people are not happy is because they're dissatisfied with their life. Yeah, I said it. A lot of decisions people made 20, 30, 40 years later, they're having to live with those decisions, and it's not so cute anymore. It's not so cool anymore. Those pissy life decisions you made, now you having to live with them. Oh yeah. You have to live with those decisions now. And I find most people that say that they're not happy anymore, it's because they regret a lot of decisions that they've made. Have you noticed that? I have. A lot of times you've made decisions that you regret, and you got to live with it now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to live with those decisions now. But it is what it is, man. It's not anyone's job to make you happy. But I want to give you a few tips on how to make yourself happy. Okay? One thing I've learned to make yourself happy, to get out of that rut, something I enjoy doing is going to get massages. So we would call that self-love day. Take out a day every week to just self-love, self-care. Get you a manicure, pedicure, go get you a massage, get you a haircut. Ladies, go get your hair done, or for the ladies that have short hair, go get your hair cut. even though it's a pandemic, even though we're in the pandemic, it's still ways to pamper yourself. Yeah, there's still ways to get that done. A lot of time, all you need is a good massage. Your body's tense. You know, you're backed up. Your bones are tight. So you need to go get a professional to crack those bones and, you know, work those joints and stretch your limbs out for an hour. I always recommend a good hour massage. Get the little hot stone stuff and the little the salt bath, the massage salt, whatever you choose to do. I don't know. Look it up. Google some massage spas, some spas. It would be good if you can get all that stuff done in one spot. Get your manicure, pedicure, and get your massage. Yeah. A lot of people are stressed. Now, another way to get out that rut is to find something you like doing. Find a hobby. Find you a hobby. For instance, since the pandemic, many people have started podcasting, YouTubing, taking up small businesses, little arts and craft, whatever. You know, find something you like doing. If you don't read, start reading audiobooks. You ain't gotta physically go get you a book. Go get you an audiobook. Set aside a couple hours a day or a couple hours a week and just listen to the audiobook. Yeah. Learn some self-help things. Yeah. Figure out something you want to do besides your normal job. Or if you want to enhance your career, I don't know. Some people really love their jobs. I'm not here to take that away from you. I'm just saying, a lot of times, do something that you wouldn't normally do. Get you a hobby. Start reading books. You know? Mm-hmm. Another thing that'll help you get out a rut is to go seek some counseling. Yeah, self-help is good, but a lot of times it's good to talk to a professional. That helps out a lot because a lot of times it's good to hear things from another perspective. It's good to hear things from another perspective. And the beautiful thing about a counselor is most times they don't even know you anyway. Another thing, and these are things I'm just coming up with off the top of my head, things that have helped me before. Go take a trip, man. Take you a mini staycation. For instance, I live in Dallas, Fort Worth to be exact. So for me, prior to me having children, I used to love going to Austin just to hang out, man. Just to hang out, man. Austin is so fun to me. It's just so lively. But to be honest with you, the only reason why I don't like going to downtown Dallas is because it's so congested. But downtown Dallas is fun to me. Oh, yeah. Another thing I like doing. Well, I'm going to say this. I used to like doing this. Because this is the Cigars and Mac podcast, there's a 90% chance that when I'm doing a podcast, I'm going to be smoking a cigar. So, go to a cigar shop. I know out here in DFW, even though it's COVID-19, there are still shops that are open. Why? Because, man, in Texas, we do what we want to do. Real talk. So, go to a cigar shop, man. Number one, you could do some great networking there. Some excellent networking in a cigar shop. I would suggest that. Why? Because most people in a cigar shop, people, with working jobs, some people have been laid off. So you're going to meet somebody from every walk of life. I remember a young lady I knew back in the day. She was kind of new to smoking cigars, and she used to go to one particular cigar shop all the time. And I told her to go venture out because she could learn more. I mean, her palate was so limited. And I think she eventually took my advice. But just going out, man. And cigars don't cost a lot of money, $5, $6, some $3 or $4. Go sit in a cigar shop. If it doesn't have an open bar, go by Starbucks, get you a coffee, or go by Total Wine or Specs, pick you up, a bottle of liquor or some whiskey, and just sip and smoke you a nice stick, man, and enjoy good company. The thing I always liked about cigar shops was the fact that other than sports, and we may talk about politics, but it never got personal. I've met some great people and made some great friends through a cigar shop. I mean, I've been to so many shops out here in DFW, man. You name it, I've probably been there. Met some good people. I've done some great networking. I remember when I was laid off in 2018, and I was in this little program at the college where I was learning how to fly drones. But before I would go fly drones, I would go to this cigar shop in Addison. There was a dog there, man. It was just, it was a lovely atmosphere. Nice shop. And man, I enjoyed going there because it was just a getaway. And I would go there before school every once a week. And I used to like driving to Addison or Dallas because it got me out of Fort Worth, And I love Fort Worth, but sometimes you gotta get out of your city and just do something different, man. Sometimes to get out of a rut, if you got your normal restaurant you like going to, try something new on the menu, man. Don't do this. The synopsis of what I'm saying is, a lot of times you got to do something different, A lot of times you got to do something different. As the old folks used to say, if you want different, you got to do different. You got to do something different, man. And you got to understand that your happiness does not lie within another human being. Why? Because that's too much responsibility for a person to handle. I don't rely on people to give me happiness. I just don't. And one thing I know is happiness is an emotion that comes and goes. I realize that. It's just an emotion that comes and goes. And I do my damnedest to not allow my emotions to rule over me. That's me though. Everyone is not like me. And I have to, and I look at things like that. And you got to realize that we're all different. We are all different. It's not anyone's job to make you happy, people. It's just not. That's too much of a responsibility, man. You gotta accept that. And you gotta be okay with that. You gotta be okay with that. And a lot of times people think if I get a new spouse, I will then be happy. But as the old folks say, sometimes you gotta water the grass in your backyard. Sometimes you gotta water the grass in your backyard. It's not that you need a new spouse. You need a new mindset. You need a new mindset, people. You need a new mindset, a new way of thinking. And that's what it boils down to. A new way of thinking. A new way of doing things. That's what I learned. That's what helps me out. That's it. Something I do, especially with the podcast, is I try to download new music, because a lot of times, you play the same music, it just get monotonous, whatever the word is. I'm a little tongue tied right now. I'm trying to multitask. That's what it takes. Do something different, people. That's all I'm saying. And this is my first time streaming through multiple media outlets. I've never streamed through YouTube before. This is different. I like it. This is different. I like this. Like I said, I'm doing something different. And that's what it's about. And don't get me wrong, a lot of times having routine is good. Routine is good, especially for me. It keeps me balanced. but I still have to sometimes do something different. I still got to do something different. I got to tell people, when I podcast about things that I deal with, things in my personal life, things that are my experiences. That's just me, though. That's just me. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to download, like, follow, and share on YouTube. I'm sorry. Yeah, you could download on YouTube also if you have YouTube Premium. I have YouTube Premium. But downloading your favorite podcasting platform, download, like, follow, and share. If you got any podcast topics, hit me up at info@cigarswithmacpod.com. If you want to support the stream, the podcast financially, hit me up on Cash App, $ Cigars with Mac. And I'm out.
All the last-minute gifts are on sale at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Get 60% off almost everything. Shop new doorbusters, including gifts from $7, socks from $2, tees from $8, and more. Find it all at Gap Factory or GapFactory.com through December 24th. Cozy up for the holidays with 60% off everything at Banana Republic Factory, including soft sweaters, comfy pajamas, must-have gifts, and more from $9.99. Find your nearest store now, only at Banana Republic Factory.
It's our holiday extravaganza on the Kelly Clarkson Show.
Ho, ho, ho!
What's up, Santa? All week, we're decking the halls with some very special guests. Garth Brooks.
Did you guys dress up for me?
Plus Whitney Cummings and Gwen Stefani.
Feliz Navidad.
With performances by Carrie Underwood, Meghan Trainor, and country star Brett Eldridge.
All I want for Christmas is a duet partner.
Your wish is my command.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC4 New York.